free throw, good. Jokic. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, you know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just on found in that center position.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. You know, Greg, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Lets it go from deep, and that one's good. Millsap.
Well, defensively, you know the three ball is a shot that Paul Millsap has worked on and gotten better at.
Outside, Green. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. James, the pass to the beast. A jump hook, good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Knocks it loose. In the corner, Murray with it. Millsap trying to get open. Murray, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Rondo against Porter. Dozier can't get it to go.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And it goes down 2 points.
LeBron exploiting the defense once again, knowing when to slash and gets himself to the rim.
So the wing on the left. Millsap kicks to Murray. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their two bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
The Nuggets leading by 3. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Jokic against Davis. Goes up with it, and the shot goes down.
I like how quickly Jokic gets his jump shot up there. Outstanding job of finding some rhythm on that shot.
Outside, Green. Pass to Rondo. Back to Green. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Well, it would have been really nice to get.
Here's Waiters. He has 5. Caldwell Pope outside. Inside. Here's the beast. And it's all evened up.
And I'm as excited as every other NBA fan to see what Che does this coming offseason. Should be an interesting summer as he heads towards free agency.
Boy, you're right on that. I mean, you're with his age, GA, and the amount of talent and potential he has, I'm sure Che will be the name talked about this summer. His move could shift the landscape, all of it, in this NBA. Deion Waiters is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's the beast. Then there's Markieff Morris, and it's Kuzma in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The beast in the last matchup against the Rockets was terrific. He scored 12 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He was certainly effective, doing a little bit of everything for his squad. Kevin, they have to appreciate that kind of effort.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, he was sensational the other night, making play after play after play.
And that's what you want. Not only was the effort there, but how about the production as well?
He can do a lot of different things, so he falls into these different roles. Which will it be tonight?
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter's. Even back in high school, shot 47% as a senior.
The beast and the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Well, Deion Waiters, the epitome of a player that can shoot you in or out of a game. Very hit or miss night to night.
Yeah, the thing about Deion is he's got a very short memory, Kevin, so he'll continue to fire it up there and try to make an impact in the game offensively. You're either on Waiters Island, where it's full of life on nights where he's hitting it, or it's completely deserted, and there's no point in going.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Attack on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Doesn't go that time. Kuzma with the defensive effort. 1:30 left in the second quarter. Stolen by Grant. Knocked away. Down low. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustments.
Platoon swap here for the Lakers. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Millsap.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he...
One second left. The shot, no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. Lakers on top as they end the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Mike Malone. Things got away from you guys in the first half. What happened out there?
Transition baskets, offensive rebounds, two of the areas that we knew coming into this game that we had to control. There's no sense of urgency right now. We're just shooting the ball. We're waiting to get back, and they're getting easy run-outs.
Lots of cleanup, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What can you say of the Beast? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Dozier in the 2 guard.
And a big lead on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Now here's Murray. He has 7 over Rondo. Murray, no good.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing them. You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame. And he continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
Lakers leading by 14. To the middle, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Well, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
James against Porter. Now, here's Jokic. He's covered closely. 5 to shoot. Here's Dozier. The Nuggets with another miss. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA. And the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
Here's Millsap. Here's Jokic. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Jokic has got 8 points.
Jokic is not the quickest guy off the floor, but he uses his body well and great timing to get the offensive rebound.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Well, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the news.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
And the Lakers with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Beast. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for James. Changes here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. The Beast comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's LeBron in for Kyle Kuzma. Martin surveying the floor. Morris outside. Grant at the elbow. For the three. No good there. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with the Beast. And it's Rondo in at the point guard. That's the Laker 5. Left side, Porter. Denver passing it around. Deep 2 from Murray. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Murray's got it back down to single digits for Denver. The Beast passes to Green. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
The pass to the Beast. Puts it up from 12. Off the left rim and out.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Millsap misses.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
A three-pointer is right on target.
A good balance and squared up shoulders. If there's one thing Green does better than anything else, it's nailing catch-and-shoot Jays.
From 13, Millsap misses. Lakers leading by 11. The Beast passes to McGee. To the paint. Here's the Beast. Good, and the assist goes to James. 22 points for the Beast.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Jokic. McGee with the clock. Here's the Beast. Here's the lob to the hoop.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shot to stop the run, and that one is good.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
And the Lakers call time here.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
making a change here. Davis is checked in, and a switcher also for Denver. Dozier's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 13. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Millsap kicks to Dozier. Fires the three. A rebound by the Beast. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. To the inside. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Murray with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Murray, good.
And Murray's the kind of shooter that you appreciate in the flow of the game, but when he gets in this kind of rhythm, look out.
James outside. Pass to the Beast. Shoots from the right block. And he hits the jump shot. The Beast's got 26. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. And here is Murray. Tipped away. And now Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. Lays it in off the breakaway. Rondo's got his first points of the night.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Now LeBron. Outside, Green. To the middle. Here's the Beast. Offensive rebound. And that one's good by Davis. And the Lakers lead by 15.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Lakers.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
For one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Beast.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. .105 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bates Diop, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Noah Vonleh. Plumlee comes in for Torrey Craig, and Murray subbed in for Troy Daniels. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. James with it. Passes it to the Beast. And another three for the Lakers.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Murray against Green. Murray, no good.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
An impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going fully on display here.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And he pulls off the Houdini to fake that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. So it's Los Angeles win this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in a moment to speak with our post-game guest who's standing by on headset near the locker rooms.
Hey, it's Shaq. Great job locking down the W. I saw all roads going for you on the offensive end. You smell barbecue chicken or what?
Man, Shaq, I woke up this morning craving something tangy with a little bit of heat. I didn't have time to get in the meal for this game, so you know what? I had to go out and eat up some drumsticks that they were trying to check me. But I had to just keep on scoring, you know? Thinking I'd get full, but just like you with the buffet, never ending feast.
Well, speaking of buffet, I own a restaurant in Vegas called Big Chicken. I know the owner. Just tell him Shaq sent you. You get to eat for free, baby, playing like that.
I got you.
And that's going to do it for tonight. For Kenny, for Shaq, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he is. This is Ernie Johnson saying good night. We'll see you again soon.
Hey, Che.
Yo.
They want you in the press room.
Okay. Appreciate that.
Hold down a lot of boards?
I just want to show the guys in the locker room that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get this W. Whether it's rebounding, defense, diving on a floor, all the dirty stuff. Take it on any day. I'm pretty loose, which is always a good thing. And a lot of that's because my teammates kept finding me in a good spot. Put together a bunch of good decisions in a row. When you do that, good things are bound to happen. And that's what we did tonight.
All right. You guys ready to get down to business? We got a new contract to hash out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely. All right, let's do it. Pleasure doing business with you, Don.
Levi, the pleasure's all mine. Excited to stay in the Che business.
Yo, what's up, man?
Good game last night. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it, come on, man. Hey, keep the ball up. I got ball. That's you all day. One. Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. There you go. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
Hey, he can ball, huh?
Naman na una. Ba, nakalusot.
Keep it going. See you later.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
Hey, he can ball, huh? Watch the screen.
Okay. Hindi mag-squeeze.
Screen.
Tangina. Ay.
Go over it.
Monster yan.
Who else you got playing?
You know, I have a few girls. I have Shakita, I have Hazel, I have Alicia, sorry, Solana and Wendy, and then on the WBA side, myself, of course, Angel McCartry, Diamond D. Shields, and Brittany Griner. And for me, it's like, okay, how can I empower women? Well, let's have women that you see in sports that are active on this platform, right? So it's 4 WBA stars, and then it's 4 2K stars. And, you know, right now, it's how do
When you're on a roll like these guys are, the main thing is to keep the intensity up because everything else is working, and you want to keep this.
Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for Calendar Day. What better way to pass the day than choosing your favorite mascot?
Tickets are still available for the Cricket Chapter. Purchase your tickets today. Visit the ticket counter for available games or sign up for season tickets. Jazz basketball, your show, our stage.
Get your official NBA merchandise. Team shirts, jerseys, jackets, sweaters, and more are available at the Sports Zone station, located in the North and South Platform.
Well, folks, be sure to come out for our pennant flag giveaway. Every fan will receive a Jazz pennant flag.
The state capital of Utah dramatically lit up on a beautiful night in Salt Lake City. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Utah Jazz at Vivint Smart Home Arena. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Mitchell.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, the Utah Jazz tries to keep their players happy by financially incentivizing them. Contract bonuses include on-the-court performance, physical fitness, and off-season workouts.
Thanks, DA. Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's the Beast, and it's the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Utah, Emmanuel Mudiay out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovic, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the threesome.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one,
A
Kevin.
little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Here's the Beast. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Mitchell outside. To the paint, 6 on the shot clock. Loads it up for Davis, hammers the alley-oop through.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
And so it's Mudiay with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. Come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
No good from the Beast.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Here's O'Neal. Second chance shot. Gobert can't hit. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's the Beast. Pass to Green. Here's the Beast, covered by Mitchell. No good from the Beast.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Green. Fast break. The Lakers rips down the breakaway slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Moutier, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Utah, we've got Bradley. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Emmanuel Moutier. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Niang in at the portion. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Nuggets just played phenomenal. He contributed 31 points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely down. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. He had 15 points last outing. Lays it up and banks it in. Clarkson's got the lead back up to 5 now for the Jazz.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, his instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all three levels.
Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Bradley. O'Neal against Waiters. O'Neal passes to Bradley. He kicks it to Moutier. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Lakers trail by 7. The Beast passes to Morris. Here's the Beast, guarded by O'Neal. Here's the Beast, and he really played well against Denver. Shoots a fader, and the Lakers with another miss.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Moutier, no good for Los Angeles. They've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Down low, here's Waiters. Another shot. O'Neal with the rebound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Kuzma against Moutier. Now the pass to Bradley. Just 5 to shoot. Good work defensively by Morris. Lakers trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Kuzma kicks to Waiters. Passes it to the Beast. They need this one. And that's good off the glass that time. The Beast's got 6. And the Jazz call time here. So Utah going with an almost entire... Fades away, And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Anthony Davis.
Well, Anthony Davis has a nice high-arching jump shot. I love seeing him shoot it from here. Hard for the defense to match up with him.
And so it's the Utah Jazz going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Be all right. You just gotta let the game come to you. You're forcing this, coach. Just take your time. Take a few deep breaths. You got this.
Yeah.
I need something.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively, be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's the Beast in at the center. Mitchell outside. This one for three. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's the Beast, and it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. The Beasts got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. They've held a 12-point lead early. It's to Gobert. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That's foul number 2 for him. And here's Bogdanovich. 5 points in the game. Clock at 6. And the jumper is good. Bogdanovich has got 7 points.
There he's showing you he can run the show himself in that pick and roll. That's a nice play from Bogdanovich.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller in switches. He straddles those two.
And Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And a nice, smooth, soft stroke for Bogdanovich. That stroke is pure.
LeBron outside. Pass to the Beast. And that one, good.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
So it's the Jazz now. 15-point game. The pass to O'Neal. Back to Conley. The Jazz working the ball around now. And that's a foul called on the Beast. It'll be his 3rd foul so far. About a minute play here in the 4th quarter. And here's Conley outside. Rebounded by the Beast. Lakers trail by 15. And it's Rondo in the corner. He's looking for Howard and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Conley. It's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
The Lakers shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. James with it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Do you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
The Boston Celtics.
Yep. Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Utah leading by 13. Here's Conley. A rebound by the Lakers. The Beast's got his 5th rebound in this one. In the corner, it's James. Here's the Beast. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 5 assists tonight.
Boy, it feels like we're tallying every assist, every point, all part of LeBron's expansive legacy.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Inside, Bogdanovich. Nice D from the Beast.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Utah. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Jazz?
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Don't overlook the success they've had at the free throw line tonight either.
Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Mike Conley. And the second of 2 is good. That brings them to within 10.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
1:46 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's sent back by Howard.
Get that weak stuff out of here, Howard. Return to sender. What he stamped that one with.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. 1:41 left to play in the final quarter. It is good.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Moutier against Runyon. Passes it to Gobert. Shot clock at 6. No one near Moutier as he lets it off the mark. And so Green will bring it up for the Lakers. Down by 12.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Jazz.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And in terms of the season, Rick, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
You know, no matter what happens next time they meet, I think this is the biggest game they'll play against each other this season. Getting that 2-1 advantage means so much.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Conley.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Moutier pass to Gobert. A three from Bogdanovich. Here's Clarkson. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
You know, the defense was there, but Clarkson fearless inside.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Moutier looking around. So we see the Jazz get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, are just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that'll do it, folks. Greg Anthony and Clark Kennedy. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.
This is Hank and the Hornet on
The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. We welcome you to Noche and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jersey, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. This is Kevin. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for LeBron.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Emmanuel Moutier. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 4 spot. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Beast out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Rondo in at point. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
O'Neal against Davis. O'Neal passes to Moutier. Mitchell outside for 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Alden.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Jazz for just a minute. Facing one of the game's truly elite players in Anthony Davis, he said, an all-around player, he'll find a way to affect the game. We've got to build a wall, force him to be a playmaker. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And it's Mitchell missing.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Unbelievable. And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Moutier pass to O'Neal. And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Moutier. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Moutier's got his second bucket tonight.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop. I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim, he's likely to remember that one.
Rondo with it now, defended by Moutier. Got a piece of it, and so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And making our way toward the finish line, this is a great time to check out the new power rankings. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Los Angeles, where they are living the dream, continuing this improbable journey, proving throughout the year that they're the real deal. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
I really like Donovan Mitchell's composure out there, leading this team by example.
Utah shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
You know, he stands 6'3", but Donovan Mitchell's 6'11" wingspan more than compensates. He has the tools to be an elite two-way player.
Moutier against Rondo. Now O'Neal. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 6 to shoot. Utah needs to get off a shot. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I mean, he's tailor-made for those pick-and-roll sets. Gobert, a big-time finisher on the move.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And look at the physical profile for Mitchell. A world-class athlete. Bradley passes to Conley. Here's Mitchell. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
I love Donovan Mitchell's versatility as a scorer. Half court, in transition, at the line, adapts his game to whatever the night calls for.
Deion Waiters is out there with Caldwell Pope. That's the Beast. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. That's the Laker 5. Conley kicks to Niang. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Bradley trying to break free. Niang, that's good.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Waiters dishes to Morris. Back to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock from 12 feet out. Utah with the rebound.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss. And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Jazz had quite a performance. He had 19 points and with 6 rebounds. And when you think of that game, he comes to mind. Specifically, how impressive his energy level was. Kevin, you know he'd love to repeat that performance.
Thanks, David. He took command, and Greg really led the fight for his team.
You like someone who's willing to take control. But then again, tonight could turn out to be a different story.
Whether he's scoring, facilitating, hitting the glass, his focus is just to provide whatever they need for the win.
Shot from the low block. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. The Beast's got 8 points.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 1. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Conley. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Los Angeles calls timeout. From a low-drama perspective, Steve, what stars do you think would be the easiest to play alongside and be their teammate?
I think Kawhi Leonard for sure, Kevin. Doesn't say much, just goes out and plays. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jokic, a lot of those superstars. I think Paul George is another guy that goes out and just plays. So there's a few out there that would love to play alongside.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Morris. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Green, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Wade. The first one falls. Both free throws good from the Beast. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Moutier, who provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Here's the Beast. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. 12 points for him.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Rondo against Moutier. And here is Mitchell. He has 5. Back to Moutier. Just 4 to shoot. Poked away. Rondo with the steal. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Moutier pass to O'Neal. Moutier with the ball. Knocked loose. Here's Bogdanovich. That one wide left.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender. Right in your face on that shot.
Moved his feet timed it perfectly. That's how you get stops. Love it. You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
There's the pass to Gobert. Hey. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. With 1 on the clock. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers ahead, leading by 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Not someone they usually rely on to do this, but you need role guys to step up once in a while and help you out.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Bojan Bogdanovic, Emmanuel Moutier out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's O'Neal, and it's Gobert in its center. Moutier with the ball. Now Green defending. Shot clock at 5. Moutier with the bounce pass. Here's Gobert. A basket good off the assist from Moutier. Gobert's got his second basket of the game.
Nice job by Rudy Gobert. What concentration on that shot by the big fella.
Floats one. Shot by Rondo is no good.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Here's Mitchell. Backer with a jumper from the elbow. Mitchell's got 7.
Boy, how valuable is Donovan Mitchell. Having him in the fold sets up this team moving forward. A defense unto himself. Rudy Gobert regarded by his team as the Utah Jazz version of Bill Russell.
And Smitty, the standing reach of Gobert, 9'7". He's around the rim before he leaves his feet.
Yes, Kevin, the most efficient shots in basketball are dunks and layups, and he makes them hard to come by.
Dwight Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Waiters comes in for Green. George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. Hudson comes in for Royce O'Neal. Jazz trail by 5. Moutier with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron, and the shot goes in. And it's 6 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Here's the Beast, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Steve, let me ask you, what's better for a young player's development? Being on a worse team getting more minutes, or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Mike Conley's checked in for the Jazz. Mitchell outside. Takes the 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
No good from the Beast.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung from.
Mitchell outside. Over Green. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've got. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. He's out there with Davis, and it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now here's Gobert. Back to Mitchell. 5 on the clock. Over Green. Again, Mitchell missing.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
The Beast passes to Green. Lays it up off the glass. Green's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
For his career, more than half of Green's shots have been 3-pointers, but he can also hurt you a little in the lane.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs.
In that game against the Spurs, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Pushing the action, Donovan Mitchell has an innate ability to make people foul him.
That free throw, no good.
Really a sponge. Donovan Mitchell watches a ton of film, accepts coaching, and applies it. A big part of his rise to stardom.
The shot's good from the Beast.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
On the wing, Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. It's stolen by Green. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. The shot's good from the Beast. And the early success of Mitchell speaks to his ability to absorb and take coaching.
Yes, credit that coaching staff, putting him in position to succeed, helping him also to develop. His decision-making is growing game by game.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Outside Rondo. To the inside. Davis, the pass to the Beast. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovic.
At the line for your Lakers, Beast.
No good on the free throw.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And he's good on the second.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Pass to O'Neal, over LeBron. O'Neal misses. Lakers leading by 13. And here they go. Bulls up. They get it back. LeBron passes to the Beast.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
He misses the free throw. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Brent Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
LA's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And it's Rondo in the corner. Outside, Green. Passes to the Beast. Right block shot. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 5 assists tonight.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
And the Jazz call time here. Look at the Beast. He's really been playing well.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, the Beast.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a second straight loss for them. But he was sensational, and instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now. Moutier against Rondo. Moutier kicks to Mitchell. And the pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time, using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Here's O'Neal. That one doesn't go. Davis with some nice D. Lakers leading by 14. Pass to the Beast. Gobert with the block.
With plays like that, Gobert can start to get in your head. He covers so much ground.
And they pick up 2. That's now 8 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
No good from the Beast.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster
monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Lakers.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the Beast.
I thought he did a good job.
Conley, the pass to O'Neal. The Jazz again can't hit it. And so the Lakers take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. Steve Smith and David Alden. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson.
Hey, man, Shaq here. Nice win for you guys tonight. Talk about any edges you felt you had coming in.
I don't know if we call it an edge, man, but I thought our decision-making as a group was really solid tonight. We're making good reads, finding the right moments to cut, delivering passes on time, all essential when the game's separated by just a few buckets.
Well, I was watching Golden State, but I was watching you.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For the Jet, for the Diesel, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire
Jay, when you look at your record and the way you guys have been playing lately, is it fair to say this team is a legitimate title contender?
Hey, we got a whole lot of talent on this team. We're versatile, too. We can go big, we can go small. We pace it up and slow it down and slug it out. Plus, we got a great coach. He puts us in a position to succeed. And we got the best fans in the world, baby. So we can stack up with anyone.
Great. Thanks, Jay.
No problem.
Thank you.
Practice.
Game last night. Why are you standing here? Go work on your game.
fellas. Let's get to work. Congrats on the win, but we have a lot of work to do if we want to keep it up. Stay focused in practice today. We gotta find a way to limit transition baskets if we stand any chance of winning games. Coaches, set up the drill. Let's get it, fellas. Let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
Ay, mali.
Hey, keep the ball, huh? Well, excuse me. All day, baby. Hey, see you later, man. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. You got it. You got it. Come on. Yo, set it up.
Dapat mali.
You're like money in the bank. One more. That's what I want to see. I'll see you later. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Hey, keep the ball, huh? You can't guard me. Let's go. Nice shot. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
The city of Charlotte, North Carolina is the setting for our broadcast tonight. And isn't the view magnificent? Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. And tonight, we've got the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Hello, everyone. With Chris Lever and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons. Chris Heller.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
And now the Lakers starting group, Green and Rondo in the backcourt. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. And it's the Beast in the center position. And for Charlotte, Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then it's Bridges, and there's Monk, and it's Graham in at the point guard position. Tip-off goes to the Lakers. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of it?
This is one that I'm not with. Kevin, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. Let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Bill Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games, and then it's the same because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing and adding tournaments or letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 28 minutes, has to stay.
Very interesting.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Rondo. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. The pass to the Beast. And it's blocked. Bridges with it. Monk kicks to Green. Pass to Zeller. Feed away. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time.
Offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
As long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away.
Graham with the ball. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Graham. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Philadelphia. Shot clock at 3. 17-foot shot on the way.
And the cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game. Yeah, and the Hornets, they had a very strong bench. Not only with their scoring, but how they...
Develop a trust from your teammates.
And the Hornets have had a strong bench for a while now.
Yeah, depth isn't a problem for this team, Kevin. Having a formidable starting 5, though, has been. They need to consider trading some depth for an upgrade at the starting position. He's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for them at the offensively.
And stolen by James. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Oh, man, the all-around game of James, capable of dominating you on both ends of the floor, like right there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
And when the bench steps up, it takes pressure off the starters. And they stepped up big in that game.
It's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Zeller dishes to Harris. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Hornets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And really, they haven't to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And it's the Hornets with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Shot clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key. Count that one. Harris has got the lead up to 5 now for Charlotte. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. And there's Monk. Then there's Harris. And it's for Charlotte. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Jazz had a huge game. He scored 28 points, and it was impressive how many times he was able to get himself to the foul line and capitalize. That performance is what we've come to expect during this great run of his. And we'll see if he can continue to stay hot.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
I think he will, because he takes being a leader seriously, and it shows in how he approaches things at both ends of the floor. As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
Here's Washington. He's off on that one. Nice D from the Beast. Here's about what LeBron, not just on his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening. Thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, he loves to knock you down a bit.
Hits it from 3-point range.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Here's the Beast. Zeller grabs the board.
Very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay.
Here's Graham. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from the Beast. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Graham, he's got 5. Pass to Monk, takes a 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. On the wing, James, guarded by Harris. Outside, Green. He dishes it to James. Just 5 on the clock. Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from the Beast.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
It's blocked. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And some changes here for the Hornets. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Rozier in for Monk. The Lakers... 5 seconds left in the first half. Here's Morris. Hands the shot from the wing. Morris has got 5.
Morris is excellent at cashing in on the catch and shoot. I mean, he's terrific at firing off the pass.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Hornets on top, up by 3. And we'll be back right... And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. What can you say, guys? Miles Bridges, an impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out there with the beast, and it's Rondo in at the point. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, it's still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far, but, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact that the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Like the Clippers of a year ago. They looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr. Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out and recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
See, that's a good thing about Zeller's defense. He doesn't gamble or bite on fakes easy.
Here's Graham. He's covered by Rondo. Graham, the pass to Monk. Out to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Graham with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season, but for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. The Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all won't. David, thank you.
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Bron always cognizant of everyone around him.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work.
Back to Rondo. To the paint. Here's the beast. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. The Beast's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Graham. 10 points for him. Charlotte calls timeout. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a 4-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. Devours film. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film. But what's going on, man? Well, he's made it clear. Once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.